Live on YouTube, live on Rumble. Good afternoon, hello, and welcome to This State in History, aka TDH. I'm A.O. Xander. We will be joined by the Golden Loon here shortly. And you, viewer, of course, are you. Thank you so much for coming in and watching. Today is Thursday, aka Thursday, February 5th, 2026. This show is about interesting and important events that occurred on this calendar date throughout the annals of recorded history, starting with 2 BC here. Caesar Augustus was granted the title Pater Patriae by the Roman Senate. Did you hear what I just said for the year?
Yeah.
2 BC. Whoa. Second time I've caught you falling on the show. That's a long time ago. 750
BC, yeah.
Yeah. 756 Chinese New Year. An Lushan, leader of revolt against the Tang dynasty, declared himself emperor of China and established the short-lived state of Yan. 789 Arius I reached Volubilis and founded the Abradius dynasty, marking the secession of Morocco and the Abbasid Caliphate and founding the first Moroccan state. Let's see, what else we got here? 1428, King Alfonso V ordered Sicily's Jews to attend conversion sermons. That's not nice. 1556, Henry II of France and Holy Roman Emperor Charles V signed the Treaty of Versailles, creating a temporary truce in the Italian War of 1551 to 1559. Now remember, this was 1551 to 1559, and this was in 1556. It was in the middle of that.
Huh.
A temporary truce.
I didn't connect the dots.
Yeah. 1572, beggars assaulted Olsjewick in the Netherlands, drive nuns out.
The heck does that mean?
Well, beggars, like, panhandlers, poor people, like so. But I guess they assaulted Oysterwijck, whatever the heck this is, in the Netherlands. I suppose it's like a city or a town or something.
Yeah.
But they drove the nuns specifically out. Why the nuns?
That's why it doesn't make sense.
That's weird.
I don't get that.
1576, Henry of Navarre, later Henry IV of France, abjures Catholicism at Tours, rejoining the Protestant forces.
Maybe that means the nuns drove them out. Beggars.
No, drive nuns out.
I know, but they miswrote it. Is what I'm guessing.
Possibly, yeah. Henry Navarre, later Henry IV here, abjured Catholicism at Tours and rejoined the Protestant forces in the French Wars of Religion. Yeah. 1597, a group of early Japanese Christians known as the 26 Martyrs were killed by the new government of Japan for being seen as a threat to Japanese society. You want to talk about xenophobia? Look nowhere than any Asian country. They hate each other, let alone anybody else. 1631, Puritan minister and founder of Rhode Island, Roger Williams, first arrived at Boston from England. All right. Oh yeah, here's a picture of the 26 martyrs. They were all crucified. So, let's see here. What else do we got? 1644, Connecticut passed the first U.S. livestock branding law. That makes sense. Want to make sure who owns what.
Yeah.
1663, Chevrolet earthquake in Quebec felt strongly all the way over in New England.
Whoa.
Yeah. Let's see, 1777, the American British colony of Georgia became the first U.S. territory to abolish both entail and primogeniture land and estate inheritance practices. Does that make any sense? I don't know what that means.
Something about inheritance, but I really don't understand it.
Abolish both entail and primogeniture land and estate inheritance practices. 1 year later, Articles of Confederation was ratified by the second state, South Carolina. All right. And 1782, a British garrison in Minorca, which is today the western, or was in the western. Sorry. Western Mediterranean, surrendered to the French and Spanish fleet as part of the American Revolution. What? What the hell does a battle in the Mediterranean have to do with the revolution in the Americas? That's weird. 1783, earthquakes ravaged Calabria in Italy, killing 30,000 people.
Oh, man.
That's a lot of people. 1783, Sweden recognized U.S. independence. All right.
Oh, good.
1800s now, 1803, English explorer George Bache and crew set sail from Sydney to Tahiti and Chile. They were never seen again. Yeah. 1811, Prince George, Prince of Wales. Later, George I was the fourth Was appointed as Prince Regent after his father, King George III, was recognized as insane due to mental illness. I know how that feels. 1825, Hannah Lord Montague of New York created the first detachable shirt collar. All right. So I guess, like,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
and not a collar like we know today, but like,
No,
you know, those like iron ones, those stiff ones.
Yeah.
What was it that they used? Bleach, or like they used what did they use to stiffen them up?
Starch.
Starch. Thank you. 1825, Hannah Lord Montague, we got that one. 1831, Jan van Speyk blew up his gunboat in Antwerp to avoid capture by the Belgian, killing about 30. Yikes. 1846, Oregon Spectator was the first newspaper to be published on the west coast of the United States. Of course.
Spectator.
Yeah. 1850, D.D. Parmalee patented the first key-driven adding machine in New Paltz, New York. Huh. And it says here the primary source was altered, but it says adding machine employing depressible keys patented in New Paltz, New York. So that was from last year or several years ago, whenever I actually documented that last time. I think it was this time last year. 1852, Hermitage Museum in St. Petersburg opened to the public with Catherine the Great's collection of 4,000 paintings forming its core collection.
Good grief.
Yeah. Currently, it is one of the largest and oldest museums on Earth and is open to the public. Nice. Too bad it's all the way over in Russia. 1859, Wallachia... Wallachia and Moldavia are united under Alexander John Cuza as the United Principalities. And it says from the other source here, Alexandru Ion Cuza, Prince of Moldavia, was elected as Prince of Wallachia, joining the two principalities as a personal union called the United Principalities, becoming an autonomous region within the Ottoman Empire, which would usher the birth of the modern Romanian state. All right, so happy pre-birth, Romania.
Romania.
Yeah. 1861, Kinematoscope was patented by Coleman Sellers in Philadelphia. What is that? You're going to say something?
I don't know. I was wondering if you mispronounced it, but like a kaleidoscope or something. But that's not it.
Well,
one of those.
is this it? Well, this is the...
Yeah, it's a modern version of it.
Yeah.
Look at that old picture down there.
Yeah, I'm looking at this too. That looks like more like a movie projector or something.
That doesn't look like what
But it's not a projector because the wheels are in front of the lens.
I thought it was one of those crank things.
Yeah, no, I'm looking at this and
you made, you know.
I think this is what it is.
Yeah.
So.
Well, there's the deal. That you look up pictures and make them 3D.
Let me
see that.
No, hold on a second. Here or
no? Where was it? It just came up. Scroll down. There it is, in the left.
Oh, that.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that makes it 3D.
Yeah.
That's cool. 1861, Louisiana delegation, except Mr. Boulanger, withdrew from Congress. This is during the Civil War. So all but one. Yeah. 1862, Moldavia and Wallachia formally united to create the Romanian United Principalities. And we spoke about that, several years ago. And this is when it actually was formal. 1864, the Danish army began its withdrawal from Danevirke to Diebold through the driven snow. Last time the Danes would occupy Danevirke, the symbol of Danish identity. That sucks that they lost their symbol of identity. 1869, the world's largest alluvial gold nugget, the Welcome Stranger, was found by John Deason and Richard Oates, weighing 97.14 kilograms in Molagio, Australia. Let's take a look at this gold nugget here.
Wow, that's huge. That's
a
lot of weight.
Wait, does that say the world's largest gold nugget? Oh, say largest alluvial gold nugget.
I don't know, alluvial.
Well, because I remember the Golden Nugget Hotel and Casino, when the place I went to for my 21st birthday, they're supposed to be the home to the world's largest gold nugget.
Well, it could be.
Yeah, but, what's the difference between that and the alluvial gold nugget? What's alluvial mean?
I don't know.
Oh, but this is it right here. Oh.
Yeah, maybe the golden nugget's been found since then is bigger. I don't know.
Maybe.
But alluvial, that escapes me. I don't know what that means.
Well, let's see here. Alluvial gold nugget. Let me look this up here really quick. Copy. Paste. Alluvial gold nuggets. Okay, well, it's just telling me that welcome, stranger. So, alluvial gold explained. Okay, what is this? Oh, God. There's alluvial and then illuvial. Are you serious? Really? Alluvial is deposited by water movements, and eluvial is disintegration of rock at the site where it originates, not there through water movements. Okay.
So this was created through water movements. So that's a type of gold nugget.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Yeah.
Like, because that was a massive gold nugget.
Yeah.
And both because I have both sources calling this the largest gold nugget. If it wasn't, it would have said the then largest.
Yeah.
Because I mentioned the whole gold nugget hotel thing. Anyway, 1870, the first motion picture shown to a theater audience aired in Philadelphia. In 1870. 1879, Joseph Swan demonstrated a light bulb using carbon glow. 1881, Phoenix, Arizona Incorporated. We've been there.
Hey, yeah.
1885, King Leopold II of Belgium established the Congo as his personal colonial possession.
Great.
He did so because he did it through humanitarian and all that stuff, or so he said.
Yeah.
But then he just turned around and used and abused all the locals for hard labor, essentially working them to death. And it's just disgusting. 1887, Giuseppe Verdi's opera Otello premiered at La Scala Teatro in Milan, Italy. Verdi's first new opera for over 15 years. Took a while.
Yeah.
Wonder what he did for money between then. 1887, snow fell in San Francisco. And then 1894, a female suffrage organization in Amsterdam formed. All right. 3 years later, in 1897, first showing of a motion picture in Hawaii took place at the Hawaii Opera House. All right. 1900s, draft of the Pauncefote Treaty to build the Panama Canal was sent to the U.S. by President William McKinley. All right. Yeah, the U.S. and the U.K. signed the treaty for the Panama Canal. That was the original source. They or the primary source. They altered it. This is what it used to say, so they changed it.
Oh.
So for whatever reason, when they changed it, they took away the UK's involvement. I don't know why, but yeah. 901, the first loop-de-loop roller coaster opened on Coney Island, New York, built by Edwin Prescott.
All right.
I'm going to see if there's actually a photo of that really quick. So let's see here. Loop-de-loop. Images. Oh, wow. Look at that thing. Let's see if I can get a bigger image of this here. There's a...
Double loop.
Yeah, it looks like...
Hence loop-to-loop.
Yeah, but would it be a double loop, or is that two different tracks?
No, a double loop. You loop around and a second time around.
I'm trying to...
Well, you see how it comes up and goes over into the second one.
I don't know.
I think.
No, that's what, like... No,
Well,
I think
what
it's
else would a loop-to-loop be?
No, I think it's a tandem track. Like, hold on, let me see if I can bigger this really quick. Oh, of course, you're going to give me a shit small picture. Come on. Is this going to be crap? Yeah, they're probably all going to be crap because they're old.
I'm telling you, it's a double loop.
Well...
That's the whole point.
No, okay, no, look, you see? Right here, it goes up, and then it goes down, and it continues. It's a dual track. It's a tandem track. It's two roller coasters built with the exact same specifications running side by side at once.
Okay.
Like how the Colossus.
That's no fun.
Well, I mean, it's the first loop. They're not going to double loop the first loop. I mean, that'd be cool and all, but no. But like, it looks like a tandem track.
You may be right.
So. Anyway, 901 as well, J.P. Morgan formed his $1 billion steel company, having bought some of J.D. Rockefeller's iron mine and Andrew Carnegie's entire steel business. From the other source, it says J.P. Morgan incorporated U.S. Steel in the state of New Jersey, although the company would not start doing business until February 25th, and the assets of Andrew Carnegie's Steel Company, Albert H. Gary's Federal Steel Company, and William Henry Moore's National Steel Company were not acquired until April 1st. 904, U.S. occupation of Cuba ended. All right. And then 1 year later, 1905, in Mexico, the General Hospital of Mexico was inaugurated, starting with four basic specializations. But what those are will remain a mystery for now, because my other source didn't tell us, and our primary source isn't even saying anything about it. Huh. It goes from 104 to 107. This was 105. So, 1913, Greek military aviators Michel Moutisis and Aristides Martyrs performed the first naval air mission in history with their Farman NF-7 hydroplane. All right. 1913 as well, Claudio Monteverde's last opera, Le Incrorazione di Poppea, was performed theatrically for the first time in more than 250 years. Wow.
It's a long time.
Yeah. 1916, Italian tenor Enrico Caruso recorded O Solo Mio for the Victor...
O Solo Mio.
But let me repeat that. 1916
I know.
Recorded for the Victor Talking Machine Company in Camden, New Jersey.
Whoa.
Yeah. Recording in 1916.
Yeah.
1917, Congress overrode Wilson's veto curtailing Asian immigration. The Immigration Act of 1917.
So they wouldn't let Asians in.
No.
Is that what they're saying?
Hold on a second. Let me look up this the actual act in and of itself here really quick. Let's see here. Aimed to restrict immigration by imposing literary tests on immigrants. Oh, we're still talking about this literacy.
Yeah.
Why can't I?
Literacy.
Thank you. I'm stupid today. 1917, the last of the U.S. troops commanded by General John Pershing left Mexico. President Carranza will be assassinated within the next year. And it says here the current Constitution of Mexico was adopted, establishing a federal republic with powers separated into independent executive, legislative, and judicial branches. But they just don't like stability down there, it seems.
Something's off. I don't know why.
Well,
Mexico isn't every bit what we are.
Mexico has...
As far as financial...
Mexico has been a shithole since before the U.S. even began. I mean, like, all the land we took with the Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo, Los Angeles, It was just a few shacks. They did nothing with it. It wasn't until when we got there before it actually turned into something.
True.
So, I don't know what it is with that area of the world, but they seem to be determined to just want to be in a shithole. Whatever. 1918, separation of church and state began in the USSR. And we also have Stephen W. Thompson became the first U.S. pilot to down an enemy airplane. Specifically a German airplane, and this was the first aerial victory by the U.S. military. This was well before the Air Force.
Oh, yeah.
18 as well, the Congress of the United States passed the Immigration Act of 1917 over President Woodrow Wilson's veto. We spoke about that the year prior, and that's from the other source, so it might be a discrepancy. It might be incorrect. So that's something next year me is going to have to look into. We also have the SS Tuscania was torpedoed off the coast of Ireland, becoming the first ship carrying U.S. troops to Europe for the war effort to be torpedoed and sunk.
Whoa.
Well,
a lot of people died.
Yeah, well, it's war, man. 1919, Hollywood Film Studio United Artists founded by Charlie Chaplin, Douglas Fairbanks, Mary Pickford, and D.W. Griffith. All right. Griffith Park? Griffith Observatory?
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably named after him,
Yeah, let's see here. D.W. Griffith. Well, it's probably not going to...
He may have donated the land, who knows what. But most likely, that is a connection.
Yeah, I was just trying to see him. I'm just seeing a bunch of marriage... whoa. He divorced twice. Okay. 1919, the National League president John Heidler dismissed charges that Hal Chase bet against his team and threw games in collusion with gamblers. Wow. 21, Yankees purchased 20 acres in the Bronx for Yankee Stadium. Yeah. 365 days later, 1922, Reader's Digest magazine was first published. And then one more year after that, a general mine strike against wage cuts in Saar territory. This was a previous part of Germany occupied by Allied forces after the First World War. Okay? So it sounds like the Allies aren't treating them well. 23 as well, mass arrests of socialists and communists in Italy.
Yeah, that doesn't hurt.
Yeah. 24, the first Winter Olympic Games closed at Chamonix, France. And we also have Mahatma Gandhi was released from Yerwada prison in Pune, British India, on health grounds after a bout of appendicitis.
Ah.
I know somebody who's gone through that. Stupidly, but still survived.
Somehow.
Yeah, just through sheer force of annoying me. Royal Greenwich Observatory began broadcasting the hourly time signals known as the Greenwich Time Signal, or the BBC Pips. BBC being the British Broadcasting Company, not the other BBC that has taken the internet by storm. So, do you know of that other BBC? No. You don't want to. Let's see here. 1931, Maxine Dunlap became the first woman to earn a glider pilot license. All right. And the crew of Dutch 7 provinces mutiny after pay cuts. A mutiny occurred on the Royal Netherlands Navy warship HNLMS D. Zeven Provinciën off the coast of Sumatra, Dutch East Indies. That's the last thing you want is the crew of a naval warship.
Never cut their pay.
Dude.
What are you thinking?
Clearly they're not, because they have guns and ammo on the boats. What are you doing? And it looks like I was unfortunately not... this is where I left off.
We got a long ways to go.
Yes, we do. So, what is this? Marinus van der Lubbe passed Dutch-German border, will later set fire to the German Reichstag. Oh, here we go. 1936, Harry Ferguson patented the suction side hydraulic control system, allowing control of 3-point mounted agricultural implements attached to tractors. That is very needed.
I don't exactly understand what it does, but automation.
Well, no, it's not automation. It's a system of control for spray nozzles. It sounds like.
Oh, well, it's still automation.
Let's see, a suction hydraulic control system. Let's see if I can find it. Here we go.
There you go.
So,
but you can put any attachments you want on there. Is what I got out of it. Yes, no.
Yes, well, yeah, it's to put in different attachments. It's showing you here the diagram, and it's like some kind of suction or something. Like these look like the suction pads or the anchor points that they use or something. I don't know. Anyway, let's see here. The National Wildlife Federation formed on this date in 1936. And what else do we got? Sorry for the dead air. 1938, the third British Empire Games opened in Sydney, Australia. British Empire Games. So it sounds like something very much like the Olympics, but more for just the British Commonwealth, which I think I remember that there did exist a British Commonwealth little thing that was like
right there,
yeah. Well, if this is the same thing that I'm thinking of, yes. Generalissimo Francisco Franco became the 68th Caudillo de España, or leader of Spain. He would go on to be known as a dictator. Spanish Civil War. Mm-hmm. So, let's see. That's Tuxedo Junction. Trying to find something from here. 1942, MLB Boston Braves got minor league outfielder Tommy Holmes from New York Yankees in trade for Buddy Hassett and Gene Moore.
It's weird they have that in there.
Yeah. 1943, Amsterdam resistance group CS6 shot Nazi General Seyfarth. Good. Let's see here. 1943, Jake LaMotta defeated future multi-weight world boxing champion Sugar Ray Robinson by unanimous points decision in Detroit in the second of their 6 meetings. His only win of their rivalry, Robinson's first loss in his first 40 pro bouts.
Boy, wow. That's in 43?
43, yeah.
I didn't realize he was around that early. I considered him more in the 50s.
Well, maybe we continued on into the 50s.
I'm sure he did.
Yeah. 1944, Captain America serial film premiering Dick Purcell first appeared. It was the first appearance of a Marvel superhero outside of a comic book. So he really was the first Avenger. Yeah. Let's see here. 45, Big Ratchet became the fastest racehorse at 69.6 kilometers per hour, or 440 yards per 20.8 seconds. Okay. Bless you. I guess we're both sneezing today. Yeah. 45, during World War II, U.S. troops under General Douglas MacArthur entered Manila in the Philippines after a month-long battle, ending 3 years of Japanese military occupation. Yeah. Let's see here. I'm trying to find something. I promise in the future shows, I'll most likely do a lot better. Just the past couple of days, I've been a little bit under the weather and not on top of things as I usually am. 18-year-old Dick Button became the first American figure skating Olympic gold medalist at the St. Maurice Winter Games. First to complete a double axel in competition, retains title until 1952. Or he retains title in the 1952 Olympics, I guess.
We talked about him yesterday, and I forget what form. Something in Winter Olympics. I know that name. Dick Button, he used to, many years later, was narrating different Olympic things and ice skating stuff.
Oh, okay.
That's where I remember him from.
Oh, he's a figure skater. Yeah. We also have 1948. Gretchen Fraser became the first U.S. woman Olympic ski slalom champion. All right. 53. Peter Pan, an animated film by Walt Disney, opened at the Roxy Theater in New York City. I have that on VHS.
You were Peter Pan for one Halloween.
Yes, I was. And you'll never see me in tights again.
Oh, yeah. Those tights are too small for you.
Yeah. Or was I just too big for them?
Oh, yeah, not at that age.
Wasn't talking about that, you sick fuck.
I thought that's what you were. That's why I went, oh.
Why would I even allude to that? I'm talking about children. What the hell is wrong with you? 1953, sweet rationing was imposed in World War II, or sweet rationing that was imposed in World War II ended in Britain. So that took about 7 years.
Yeah.
56, Finland went 1-2 in the ski jumping at the Cortina di Pezzo Winter Olympics. Antti Häverin took gold ahead of teammates Alois Kalapatari. I'm trying to find something interesting here and just reading something in between. 1956, New York City Mayor Robert Wagner and Brooklyn Borough President Frank Crashmore sponsored a bill to create a $30 million Brooklyn Sports Center Authority to build a new stadium for the Dodgers baseball team. Ah.
Didn't fly.
Didn't fly?
Well, they came here.
Oh, yeah, you're right. They came here that far ago? 56?
Yeah, 57 I think they came.
1956, the 7th Winter Olympic Games closed in Cortina di Pezzo, Italy. All right. And 1958, Clifton R. Wharton was confirmed as the first black stadium foreign minister, specifically to Romania. All right. What else do we got here? The Tylee bomb in 1958. A hydrogen bomb was lost by the U.S. Air Force off the coast of Savannah, Georgia. It has yet to be recovered.
No,
that's not good. I've told you about a lot of broken arrows, those nuclear incidents and all that stuff. You know what? Just because I haven't read ahead and done all my research writing, I have to make you suffer at least once. 1958 Test cricket debut. Standing West Indian spin bowler Lance Gibbs. Second Test versus Pakistan in Port of Spain. Removed from primary source, but thankfully I still have it. So,
thankfully?
Yeah. 1962, black and white parents staged an overnight sit-in after school board denied transfer requests of 9 black families for their children to be transferred to newer school facility in Inglewood, New Jersey. Ooh. French President Charles de Gaulle in 1962 called for Algiers' independence. Or Algeria's, not Algiers. Algeria.
Yeah.
Two different countries there. 1962 as well, the Sun, the Moon, Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn were all within 16 degrees of each other. Or something, like some kind of alignment.
Yeah.
Maybe it sounds like there.
That's what it sounds like.
1963, Martin Schmidt discovered enormous red shifts in quasars. Ooh. 1950, let's see, is that have anything... this sounds interesting. 63, the European Court of Justice's ruling in Van Ghent and Loos versus Netherlands Administrate de Belistagien was established the principle of direct effect, one of the most important, if not the most important, decisions in the development of the European Union law.
Direct effect. I don't know what that means.
The principle of direct effect. Oh, well, let's look this up here. Principle of direct effect. Let's see here. Principle of direct effect of European Union law. In law of the European Union, direct effect is the principle that union law may, if appropriately framed, confer rights on individuals, which not only the courts, but also public administration on national, regional, or local level, member states of the European Union are bound to recognize and enforce. So basically forcing them to recognize laws not of their own or something, it sounds like.
Yes.
Wow, screw that. Screw that. You know, they can take their freaking New World Order and shove it right up their tailpipe. What else do we got here? Here we go. 1967. Cultural Revolution. The Shanghai People's Commune was formally proclaimed, with Yao Wenyan and Zhang Shango being appointed as its leaders. So, okay. What else do we got here? Okay, that's a sinking ship there. Man, I have got to really double my efforts to make sure the show is prepped and ready. 1969, the United States population reached 200 million. That's quite a bit of people right there. And let's see, you're not going to read that one. I'm going to say, okay, who cares about cricket anymore? 1971, Apollo 14, the third U.S. manned moon expedition, landed near Fra Mauro, Alan Shepard, and Edward Mitchell. Or landed. Oh, okay, yeah, that's weird. Okay, landed near Fra Mauro. Alan Shepard and Edward Mitchell on the Apollo 14 walked on the moon for 4 hours. It's a weird way that they wrote this here. I got to catch up. 1971 here. You see here, landed near Fra Mauro, Alan Shepard, and
they screwed that up.
Is there supposed to be a comma? Is Fra Mauro a person or is that a location?
I don't know.
It's saying lands
I
near.
You're trying to say a location, but I'm not sure.
I don't know either. You know what? We have the technology. I can just look up Fra Mauro and see if a person pops up or a location on the moon. So let's check this out here really quick. Fra Mauro. It was a person.
Okay.
No, wait a minute. Hold on. I said no. Well, it was a person, but he died in 1464. He clearly did not go to the moon. So it has to be a location named after him.
Named after him, yeah.
Yeah.
So much for your theory of what pops up, the moon or a person.
Well, I was right. I was right and wrong on both accounts at the same time. I don't know how I did it.
I'm just giving you a wrong. It was a person. Yes, it was.
1972, Bob Douglas was the first black stadium elected to the Basketball Hall of Fame. All right. Nice. And let's see here. That's IRA, blah, blah, blah.
Should have been the founder of basketball. Should have been the first one in it.
That would be a good point, yeah. I mean, he made the damn game, you know?
He made it.
1972, U.S. Airlines began mandatory inspections of passengers and baggage. Yeah. 1972, Another Puff, Don't Mind If I Do, by Jerry Reed, peaks at number 65, removed from primary source. You're going to say something?
No.
1973, the funeral was held for U.S. Army Lieutenant Colonel William Knoll, the last U.S. soldier killed in the Vietnam War.
Didn't quite make it out.
But didn't the war continue until 76? So, this was before they re-entered into it. Because remember, we had won the war. You know, the North Vietnamese, Ho Chi Minh, they were done. But the Viet Cong were not.
Well, Nixon was involved. When did Nixon become president?
Let's see here. Nixon. Damn it, come on. Nixon. Presidents. Says here 69 through 74. So it was in the middle of his. Yeah. Anyway, well, no. I mean, what I'm saying, and we actually covered this. It was I
think that's the end. At 73, he was president, so that he closed it down, not nicely, but we actually just retreated out of there.
It says here 75. Vietnam War in Southeast Asia from 1955 to 1975. This is 1973.
Okay.
Now, what I'm saying, is we won the Vietnam War.
I know. We talked about this.
Okay. And the treaties were signed, and they were done. But the Viet Cong kept pushing. And then the North Vietnamese army got back into it because the people are the power of the people. The government followed. So, So, that's why this is so confusing. This is saying he was the last soldier killed in Vietnam War. Well, if he's the last one killed, then how come the war raged for another 2 years?
True.
How did nobody else die in 2 years? So that was after the first time that, when we won, and then later we lost. So, 1973 as well. Juan Corona was sentenced to 25 consecutive life terms for 25 murders. Good. Wanted to make sure he was put away. Let's see here. This one's interesting. 1974, John Murtha of Pennsylvania became the first Vietnam War veteran elected to the U.S. Congress. All right. And let's see here. What else? 74, Mats Wermelin, Sweden, scored all points in 272-0 basketball win. What? Wow.
No, that doesn't make sense.
Scored all points.
Some screwy.
74, maximum speed on Germany's Autobahn highway reduced to 100 kilometers per hour. Reduced. In 74 as well, U.S. Mariner 10 returned the first close-up photos of Venus's cloud structure. Let's take a look at those actually here. I'm just gonna keep this up. Actually, oh wow, oh that looks. Ooh, look at that. Mm-hmm. Whoa, that looks awesome. Oh.
So we're the blue planet.
Yeah. Well, that's gaseous blue and everything. 75, riots broke out in Lima, Peru after the police forces went on strike the day before. This uprising, known locally as the Limazo, was bloodily suppressed by the military dictatorship. Yeah, that would happen. Let's see here. Trying to find something else interesting. And there's a bunch of things here, like really interesting. Like, look at all the stuff that was removed from primary source. Like, a lot of different songs and everything.
Songs?
Yeah, well, like, C.B. Savage by Rod Hart peaked at number 67 in 1977.
Okay.
Discorilla Part 1 by Rick Dees. Songs, music,
Yeah.
Like In the Mood, Turn Loose on My Leg. That sounds very weird. And a comedy album, Up Your Nose by Gabriel Kaplan, peaked at number 91. And all of those, 97%, all removed from our primary source for some reason. You see?
Well, is it newsworthy to be in this date in history?
Well, not particularly for the show, but on this day...
mean, just forget the show. Is it worthy? You can't put everything that happened in every day.
Why not?
Because then it'd be worthless because there'd be so much information on each day that you'd never be able to pick out what you want.
Like we're doing right now?
Yeah.
Well, you gotta document things, I mean, like, people put work into this, you know?
I know.
Like, and to not talk about when it hit number 98 is kind of disrespectful to them. Like,
but what, you gonna put every song that ever hit the charts up there? No.
Yes. No. Like, if you're gonna display, like, now not us personally, but like from our source, like onthisday.com, whatever they're and first off, all of this they already had it and they took it out.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what's weird.
You see, like, but and why? That makes me wonder, like is this the wrong date for it? Did they get the date wrong, or are they trying to hide something or conceal something? Like, that's what I'm wondering.
My guess would be that they want to limit their information giving to a certain amount, and as other things come up that were important, they'll take something else out. That'd be my guess.
Yeah, but then like what do you find like what dictates important and not important?
Good question.
Like, so anyway, 1978, Fred Newman made 88 consecutive basketball free throws blindfolded. Blindfolded.
Not in a game, I don't think.
Well, obviously not. 79, the costliest single periodical ad, a $3.2 million Golf Plus Western in time, in 1979. So that's a lot of money back then. Actually, what's let's look up $3 million 79, right? So 1979,
7, 8, 9,
3 million. Well, 3,000 million to today. Let's see here. $13,393,471.07 in today's world. Let's see here. In 1980, Egyptian Parliament voted to end the boycott of Israel. Okay.
That's huge.
Yeah.
Don't say much about it, do they?
No. 81, Joni Mitchell inducted into the Canadian Music Hall of Fame. All right. And in 81, largest Jell-O made in Brisbane with 9,246 gallons of watermelon-flavored gelatin.
Oh, watermelon. That's your kind of deal.
Yeah, I love watermelon. It's perfect. Like, you put it in a giant pool, you know. It's a watermelon.
Oh.
You know. But have you seen the video of the people who actually filled a Jell-O like a pool full of Jell-O?
No.
It's an interesting video. You see him. He actually filled a pool full of Jell-O, legitimately. Like.
But what's gonna let it gel? You got to refrigerate it, right?
Well, I think it was like freezing or something.
Oh.
I'm not entirely sure. Like it was like cold or something out. I don't know. They have a child belly flopping into the thing, and I'm gonna have to rewatch that video at some point. What else do we got here? Let's see here. 1981, Operation Soap. Ooh, this one's not good. The Metropolitan Toronto Police Force raided 4 homosexual bathhouses in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, arresting just under 300, triggering mass protests and rallies. Yeah, that sounds incredibly homophobic right there.
Yeah.
1982, the DEA announced the seizure of 3,192 tons of marijuana from 495 people. Well, it just says 495 people. Like, is that from those people? Or are those arrested? Are these the amount of officers used? Like, who are these 495 people?
I don't know. That's a lot of people.
Yeah. Oh. Former Nazi Gestapo official Klaus Barbie extradited to France from Bolivia to stand trial. Yeah, the Barbie Museum.
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and unfortunately fast forward a little bit just to hit the 2000s here. The main purpose of the show really is not to display everything that we find interesting and important, but really to showcase how much awesome stuff there is out there in history and to inspire you, the viewer, to go out and look. So, we're just going to start here. 2000, Russian forces massacred at least 60 civilians in the Novi Aldu suburb of Grozny, Chechnya.
Great way to start the decade.
the millennium, even.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't the start of the millennium. It's the second month in, you know.
Well, first year.
Yeah.
For this day.
Yeah. 2004, 23 Chinese people drowned when a group of 35 cockle pickers were trapped by rising tides in Marcombe Bay, England. 21 bodies are recovered. Yikes. I'm just gonna move up to the last part here because I'm starting to feel a little weird. So, 2020, the U.S. Senate voted to acquit President Donald Trump 52-48 on charges of abuse of power, around 43-47. And on obstruction of Congress, and so good, he was acquitted. The police rioted in Mexico City in 2021 as they tried to break up a demonstration by cyclists who were protesting after a bus ran over one of their own. I don't know. 11 own OWN, I guess. 11 police officers were eventually arrested. And I'm just going to cover one more article here. Just this time, just last year, U.S. President Donald Trump signed an executive order banning transgender women from competing in female sports.
Yeah.
Good.
Yep. Absolutely needed. Unfortunately, it's not the law of the land.
Well, these people, they're going around banging their chest saying, "Oh, trans rights." Well, what about straights' rights, huh?
Yeah.
What about non-trans rights? How about that? So, anyway, that shall conclude the show for today. I am honestly very disappointed that I wasn't able to do more, but just gotta do what you can, with what you got at the time at hand.
Still a good
yeah.
show.
So please, don't forget to look under, in the description, the underbar, for any links that you may find interesting, including but not limited to all things Omni Coalition. A lot of history has and continues to be made on a daily basis. We can only bring you even a lesser than normal portion, of what we found, from multiple sources. Please check our sources. For all of you and all of us, I am Xander.
Golden Loon.
And you, and until you catch us next time, whenever that is, wherever that is, we stream every day at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 6 Mountain, 7 Central, and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Don't forget to look right and left at every intersection, rate 5 thumbs, and subscribe. Toodles! Here and here, and in here.